Log cabin Republicans honor Melania as LGBTQ icon at Mar-A-Lago. Barely 2 years after they experienced the mass exodus of their leadership and membership over the group's then endorsement of Donald Trump, the Log Cabin Republicans held their annual Spirit of Lincoln Gala at Trump's Mar-A-Lago Club on Saturday, breaking the precedent set for the last several years of holding it in Washington, D.C., so they could give a special award to their guest of honor, Melania Trump. LCR gave an award to the former First Lady in addition to out former Trump appointee Rick Grinnell, Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel, and Representative Chris Stewart. Watch this.
We are honored to be joining all of you for an event dedicated to recognizing and celebrating the organizations and individuals who strive to carry on our nation's legacy of equality and diversity. I'm humbled to be selected for this year's Spirit of Lincoln Award. I always strive to ensure my work highlights and promotes our nation's cherished principles of individual liberty and equality. Much like Lincoln's story, it is my belief that every individual and their experiences are what makes the fabric of our nation so strong and beautiful. I want you to stay true to yourself, live your most authentic life, and focus on being the best you can be. Embrace and empower your courageous spirit. This is what will make the greatest difference at home and around the world. Thank you, Log Cabin Republicans. Thank you again for sharing this beautiful evening with my husband and me. May God bless each of you, and may God bless the United States of America.
That's good TV.
You know what I love about this? That the video is showing you the only black guy, the only Asian, and the only Latino that were there.
Oh my God.
Right? The only ones are the ones that are like shown in this video. It's just incredibly disgusting.
Is Mary Todd Lincoln rolling over in her grave? Yes, she is.
Let's add a little
Breaking
bit more
news.
on the story that we have here, well, specifically, as we were watching the video here, what's your reaction in terms of nearly 1,000 people in the room, $1 million raised? What do you think?
A sea of rich white people.
Hypocrisy is live and well in Mar-a-Lago.
Well, I heard
Talking about
something
equality and diversity in a room full of people that are trying to take away the rights for people who are diverse and are looking for protection. So it's complete hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's like when Saudi Arabia started like a women's government organization with no women.
Yeah. Right.
That sounds about right.
She got chosen because she has great taste and she chooses gay designers, I guess. You know, I think she's contributed maybe like that, and some of her.
She's iconic.
How much self-loathing
I'm not
do you
saying
have
she
to
has big
be
taste, but,
as
you know.
a homosexual to trek down to Mar-a-Lago and pay homage to the anti-pope of Palm Beach County?
The anti-pope.
I love
you know,
Actually, I'm very disappointed though, because the real gay icon is Tiffany Trump. Okay.
she was there. But,
She was.
she was.
She must have been furious. I have to call Tiffany.
And so was Jennifer Hudson, right?
Yeah.
That's what's really confusing.
Yeah.
Wow, I
Very-
didn't know
Wait,
that part.
J-Hud was there?
J Hud performed.
Yeah.
That just
Oh,
breaks
she-
my heart.
Oh wow.
After
Oh
party
wow.
was the after party. You know, I could bash all day.
Let's
but
do it.
I do want to make the note that you watch a very sizable percentage of our community. Estimates are 17% voted for the president in the 2020 election, and you watch the most powerful LGBTQ voices in America for conservatives. You watch them in this room. I just only point out that while we make the jokes of going, this seems ridiculous, it is not ridiculous.
God, it's happening.
They raise $1 million on a Saturday night. Of course, the one thing that I will say in terms of the ridiculousness is I am very surprised that y'all did not realize that Melania Trump is the most gay supporting First Lady ever in history.
Oh, yes. I must have missed that.
There
fact.
was that.
This
point.
day in Queer History Month.
Right. The one other thing that I will say, know thy opponent, know your opponent, and what we just watched. I got a Facebook Live on the way to an event that I was doing on Saturday, which actually interesting was the National Task Force, LGBT Task Force event. And Elaine Lancaster, who I have to say is a friend of mine, a very famous drag queen, she sits right there on the stage with Donald Trump. Did an introduction in Orlando when he launched the campaign in Florida. And she did a Facebook Live, and she was in line at Mar-A-Lago. And I said, I watched it because I'm a friend of hers on Facebook, and it started to publish. And she called Queer News Tonight out, saying we should be there to broadcast. And we were talking back and forth. And I won't disrespect their participation, because it is their right to believe what they want, even though we very fundamentally disagree with it. I tried to get into the room, however, and they would not allow me in the room. So, free speech only goes so far, I guess.
It's good to see that Elaine's on stage somewhere.
Shade. The shade.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ